Welcome to the game. My name's Cookie Masterson, and I'm afraid of zippers. Couldn't find a partner? Gee, it's kind of like a metaphor. Do you know what that means? And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by
Fashion Barrel Barrelware. Comfort, freedom, style, and the faint smell of pickles. Wear your wood well.
Find the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to get yourself some sweet prizes and bonus cash. Okay, let's light this sucker. First question. I can't feel my potatoes. Oh, I love Pringles. You know what their slogan says? Once you pop, you can't stop. It's so true. If once you popped, you couldn't stop, and you decided to enter a 12-step program at Pringleholics Anonymous, what would be the first step? Weaning yourself away from Pringles, helping others with their Pringle problems, asking for... The first step of the 12-step program, as created by AA, is admitting you have a problem and are powerless to your addiction. For the record, I certainly don't have a Pringle problem. I only eat them at parties and nightclub bathrooms and in bed while watching old episodes of Love Connection. Pucker up for, make this your main profile question? Who would most likely use the famous surgeon's photograph as their main profile pic on Facebook? Albert Einstein, Dr. The famous photograph of Nessie poking her head out of the water is known as the surgeon's photograph because it was supposedly taken by a doctor. And since then, the photo has indeed proven to be doctored. By the way, Nessie enjoys water skiing, long walks on the beach at night, and playing Mafia Wars. Oh, and she's a die-hard Christian. Take a stab at Who Be You? Which arrangement of B words fills in the following blanks? Blank movie, blank Arthur, blank cool, Sloop John blank. BBBB, 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 or BBBB. B movie, B Arthur, B cool, the 2005 movie starring John Travolta, and Sloop John B, the Beach Boys song. Hey Beach Boys, BB. One thing I'm very proud of is that I got straight B's in college, cause hepatitis C is the bad one, right? Everybody quattro, hey! Coming up next, vegetable. Which VeggieTales character would be classified as having an ectomorph body type? Bob the Tomato, Archibald Asparagus, Larry the Cucumber, or Jerry I squashed this answer. Now pay attention. Ectomorphs have thin, narrow chests and abdomens. Which is too skinny if you ask me. Personally, I prefer something with a little meat on its bones. Or any meat. Or bones. Like chicken wings. I'm hungry.
Where's the vibe, girl? Rock my world, girl. Ooh, yeah.
This one's called Yo Ho Ow! And it's a this or dat. I'm gonna read off 7 things, and for each one, tell me if it's a type of ab exercise, part of a pirate ship, or both. If it's an ab exercise, press 1 on your keyboard. If it's part of a pirate ship, press the number 2. And if you think it's both, press 3. Each one right gets you $300. But each one wrong totally screws up your back. You've got 30 seconds. Okay, we're off. Flying jib. Captain's chair. Plank. Ball bridge. Keel. Cable chops. Foreboom. A parrot's about to poop on your score. Of course, the easiest exercise for a pirate to do is the amputated leg lift. That brings a close to round 1. And you should be very proud of that score, 'cause I'm not. Keep in mind, all the prizes are doubled in round 2. And don't forget, our wrong answer of the game is still out there waiting to be picked. Well, no time like the present. Let's try I Can't Quit You movie franchise. Suppose they make a sequel to Brokeback Mountain set on the second tallest mountain in the world. What might it be called? Brokeback K2? Brokeback Mountain 2 Matterhorn-y? Brokeback 2 Never Rest on Everest? Or a choice as tragic as a society that doesn't accept the transcendent love manifested between two men. Next time, try this. The mountain known as K2 on the border of Pakistan and China is the second tallest mountain in the world after Mount Everest. Personally, I prefer Brokeback Mountain, the remount. Next, my accountant's a real joker. Why might an accountant use a Heath ledger? To keep track of his nerves, to keep track of his livestock, to keep track of his fireplace, or to keep track of his shrubbery? No, that would be a beef ledger. This would have worked. Accountants use ledgers to keep track of things, like Heath, a kind of shrubbery. And after a full day of shrubbery accounting, I'm sure he's pretty bushed.
Lording chickens picking out a mate. Guess I'll marry 8.
This one's known as American Literature is Garbage. Okay, somebody sent in somebody's trash.
Looking through your trash bag. What's it say about you? Funky trash.
All right. This steaming pile of trash smells literary. Let's see what we can find. There's an ambulance driver's license from World War I, some Cuban cigar butts, and an empty bottle of foot cream specifically designed for six-toed cats. What famous author does this trash belong to? Mark Twain, John Steinbeck, Ernest Hemingway, or Toni Morrison? Ernest Hemingway was a volunteer ambulance driver in World War I, spent 20 years living in Cuba, and owned a collection of six-toed cats known as Hemingway cats. Let's see what else Hemingway threw out. Oh, what's this? A Farewell to Arms 2, Armless and Lovin' It. Jeez, I'll just put that back in the garbage.
Strolling through the park with the sarsaparilla. For me,
And now, I'd like to make a reservation for 6.3 people, please. Based on the average household size in the United States, what might you expect to hear at one of these restaurants? Table for 2.6 at the Cheesecake Factory, table for 2.9 at Red Robin, table for 3.2 at Denny's, or table for 3.4. Funny, considering the average person who eats at Denny's weighs as much as 3.2 people. Were you thinking of this one? The average American household is made up of 2.6 people, give or take an arm or a torso. Though if you base it on weight, that number increases significantly after eating at Cheesecake Factory.
Hold me, never let me go. Am I dreaming?
Here's one I like to call fries or tater tots. Hey, did you know King Tut was just 9 years old when he became Pharaoh of Egypt? Probably still read the Egyptian funny papers every day. Considering which animal the Egyptians worshipped, which ancient comic strip character would King Tut have enjoyed the most? Garfield Hotep? The ancient Egyptians were known to revere and worship cats, like Garfield and Garfield Hotep. And they hated Mondays. Welcome to the attack. When you see two clues that match, press the number 1. 4,000 if you're right, but you'll lose 4,000 if you're wrong. And don't ever forget,
remember the clue.
It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. A banana by any other name would smell as banana-y. Perhaps you know these foods by their aliases. Good luck. Wow, for that performance, you've won a milkshake, otherwise known as an artificially flavored concoction of bovine mammary secretions and pus. Enjoy!
You don't know Jack!
Nice one, folks. Okay, Danny, let us know what we're doing.
All right, then. Have you any tinkling for jumping back into the proceedings?
This traffic is terrible. I wish there was some way to escape.
Now there is.
Where did you come from?
You can escape reality altogether.
Sounds nice, but how?
Easy. Start interpreting all the road signs as if they're secret messages to you, or just obsess over the number 5.
Wow, there are a lot of number 5s on these license plates. What could that mean?
See that old lady over there in the blue Honda? Get out of your car and start yelling at her.
Why? She looks so sweet.
I don't know. Maybe she's a demon.
And she's probably trying to stop me from getting my messages to the president.
Now you're getting it.
Thanks, Magical Pixie.
I'm not even here. That's how good you're doing.
Insanity. If you lived here, you'd be a giant duck already.
Just pull his string and you'll hear him say, "Morning, Mrs. Johnson, we've got fresh prunes today." And if you pull it again, you'll hear him decree, "Try our fresh soy cakes and organic muesli." We've got tofu kashi and grilled tempeh, and our wheatgrass shots are groovy today. Can I get you a paper or plastic sack? I've got my eyebrow pierced and a hemp backpack. I ride my bike up and down the bay, and I really don't mind if you're straight bi or gay. Let's go see the dead, we'll have us a ball. I'm the health food store boy doll.
It's the health food store boy doll. Merchandise sold separately.
One, take the medication and apply liquid.